Results came as a shock to many. So given those results, what have we learned about our country? There is no better person to ask these questions to than our dear friend, historian John Meacham. He occasionally advises Joe Biden, and occasionally he joins us here. John, it's been quite a day and a night. What are your thoughts?
Well, I thought Vice President Harris gave a wonderful speech today, but when she started that about the darkness, I was reminded of John McCain's old line that it's always darkest before it goes completely black. So there's that sort of warning out there. This is who we are, right? A lot of people want that not to be true. A lot of people, obviously more voters than not, very much want it to be true. And the question now is which habits of heart and mind are going to prevail? Will we continue with a give and take of democracy, accepting defeat when it's justly dealt to us, and then moving forward? Or will the incoming administration turn to a more autocratic way, misreading this mandate, misreading these results, I should say. And I think the Constitution was written for dark hours. The country was founded with a keen appreciation of human frailty. It's one of the reasons it's so hard to get anything done, is because James Madison and others had been trained at what became Princeton by a Calvinist educator named John Witherspoon, who talked about the depravity of mankind. We're fallen, frail, and fallible. And so the Constitution is there to try to check us. The question now is, will that system endure and prevail?
What do you think democracy means to Americans today, especially since you just said we could be headed to down a more autocratic path? Do people realize that?
We certainly could be. Yeah, we certainly could be. And I would love to know, this is raising a question instead of answering, that the 35% in your exit polls that say the state of democracy was such a chief concern. I wonder what people understood that term to be. Was it the state of the nation itself? Did they read that as a synonym? I think that one of the dangers is you cannot define democracy as I have my way and you don't get yours. So that's a negative answer. We cannot let that happen. And you'll note that the defeated side in this election has in no way questioned or undermined the legitimacy of the election. They've understood that you can't love the Constitution, you can't love democracy only when you prevail. I think that what democracy, let me just say what it means to me. What it means to me as somebody who spends a lot of time talking to dead people is that we have an arena where we disagree and dissent from each other. We find a solution to a given set of problems for a given period of time, and then we adjudicate it again. And the hope, the covenant, is that if you lose, you will have the rules in place to win the next time. And that's what we have to guard very, very carefully. As you know, you and I have talked about this a lot. I'm very concerned. I know I don't want to speak for you, but I will briefly. We're very concerned that democratic norms could be an early and devastated casualty of the next administration. I want to be proven wrong. I argued as late as Tuesday morning that President Trump represents a unique threat to the constitutional order. So prove us wrong. Prove that concern to be, as so many of my friends and your friends have told us, oh, you're being hyperbolic, you're only talking to yourselves. Okay, I hope it's true. I pray it's true. But at this point, that the will and really the good intentions of the majority are now on trial.
You know, I start the show with a deep breath some nights, and tonight we're going to have to end with one. John, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your insights and your vision always. John Meacham. We'll be right back.